We're now joined by two men who have a front row seat to all of this, Oklahoma Senator Markwayne Mullin and Utah Senator Mike Lee. Senator Mullin, let's start with you. What's holding this up right now, Adil?
Schumer's holding it up. I mean, when we say Schumer shutdown, it's 100% Schumer shutdown because his fear of AOC beating him in his primary election is absolutely making him run in fear. And I mean this because in 1996, by the way, I was a senior in high school. That was 29 years ago. Yeah, he was on the House floor. He was a congressman then, and he was railing against giving illegals subsidies or benefits because it encourages them to come here. Now, today, what the fight is over is they're wanting to strip all the one big beautiful bill language out that cut the waste, fraud, and abuse, which is one of them cutting the millions of illegals from getting those subsidies. They want to reinstate that. And they say that's not what it's about, but it literally strikes it line for line, then the one big beautiful bill to what their CR is. And at the same time, they want $1.5 trillion to open the government for 4 weeks, which is $600 billion above our defense budget.
So, Senator, is that what the American people need to understand here, that they want to relitigate what they lost last spring? They lost the big, beautiful bill debate. They didn't get their way, but now they want to hold the whole country hostage to try to put us into more debt, borrow a $1.5 trillion. We don't have the money, so they have to borrow the money to get their way. Is that where we are?
Yes. Look, the Schumer shutdown boils down to this. They have terrible policies. Those terrible policies cause them to lose elections. After the lost elections, they lose legislative battles. Now they want to relitigate the legislative battles they lost because the American people hate their policies. Look, these guys are arsonists. They're arsonists who mistakenly believe that they can set fire to a building in the light of day and then call the fire department, as long as they're recording themselves on their phones, calling the fire department, that nobody will suspect us of arson. But this is what they're doing. They're doing it deliberately. It's going to harm them. Because Russ Vought, the OMB director, has been dreaming about this moment, preparing this moment since puberty. Russ Vought has a plan, and that plan is going to succeed in further empowering Trump. This is going to be the Democrats' worst nightmare, and it's of their own making.
Yeah, so Senator Mullin, so this means these cuts, these DOGE cuts, could actually be made permanent by the Democrats' refusal to reopen the government?
Absolutely.
That's a great deal for us.
It's 100. If they literally, by going to a shutdown, they succeed their authority to the president, who the president now gets to deem these agencies, if they're open, if they're closed, if the employees are essential or non-essential. And keep in mind, in 2017, when we went into a shutdown, and in 2018, because Chuck Schumer led us to a shutdown then too, President Trump said, if you're not an essential employee for the federal government, you're fired. Now he gets to go in and choose who's essential, who's not essential. And the Democrats are the one that hold the cards on this one because they're the ones that gave their authority away to the President of the United States.
Now, regular people kind of see this and they think, wait a second. So you're saying that only essential employees need to show up to work, right? It's like a snowstorm. Only if you're essential. Doesn't that kind of make the DOGE point that we have a lot of people working
100%.
in the federal government who aren't essential, Senator? Or is that a dumb question?
No, that is absolutely what we're dealing with here. Those who are not essential are probably outnumbering those who are essential. Wow. And this is the magic, again, of the fact that we've got a White House team. President Trump and the team he's assembled is ready to go on this. They understand the additional authority that the president gets during a time of shutdown. It is beyond my ability to understand why the Democrats couldn't see this coming, partly because they've got the mainstream media running interference for them. They live in a small echo chamber in which they think everything they do is art.
The Washington Post is onto this, though. That editorial was shocking, saying you're stepping into a trap and you guys aren't going to be able to get out of it. Caught in a trap, as Elvis sang.
Well, keep in mind, this same funding, the same language, word for word, they voted on a year ago. When we were keeping the government up a year ago, keeping it open underneath Biden, this is the exact same language. They voted on it again in December. They voted on it again in January, all underneath Biden, and they voted again on March. And now they're saying that they got to make changes. Now they're saying that they're going to shut down government and put these government employees' jobs at risk. Republicans are trying to keep it open. We want to keep it open. They're the ones that are saying that it's not even worth it.
Occasionally, Senator Lee, a Democrat will speak the truth. We give an A for honesty to one congressman, Ro Khanna.
The amount of money that actually is going towards people who are undocumented is such a small portion of the Medicaid cuts or the Affordable Care Act, if at all. Anyone who looks at the numbers will acknowledge this. 90 to 95% of the funding we're talking about is talking about funding for American citizens.
Okay, well, come on. Again, the truth is the truth. Migrants, different categories will get money. The ERs are getting crushed by the cost of health care for illegals, yes?
Yes, absolutely. Ro Khanna is speaking the truth. Sometimes the mask slips. It slipped here. It revealed what they're doing. They know exactly what they're doing. They're going to lose.
In the end, do you think this gets fixed sooner rather than later, Senator Mullin?
Well, there's always a point that causes you to have to come to the table.
So
right?
much political pain.
Right. Either it's political pain or an event takes place. The next big event that's going to take place right now is going to be the 15th and 16th. Today, all military got their paycheck in full. Tomorrow, all federal employees will get their paycheck in full. In 2 weeks, the 15th, the military pay is supposed to go out and federal employees are supposed to go out. That money won't be there.
They're not going to last till then.
And so
No way.
I don't think they last that long either, but I think it'll be open at least by then.
No way. Gentlemen, great to see you both
Thank
here
you.
on set.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.